There's a gentleman in the lineage of Jesus, and his name is David, King David. And David was chosen king by God because the king that God had Samuel anoint was not chosen by God, but chosen by the people. Okay? And this king was put in place, Saul was put in place by missing an apostolic moment with God. That's how Saul became king. This is also why Saul lost the kingship before he ever lost the seat of a king. Missing an apostolic time with God. Saul was not a man that knew the times and seasons of God. I'm not saying he wasn't aware of it. He knew enough to go to the prophet initially to find out about war and other things. But eventually, the person that he always was, a man that did not recognize and operate in apostolic timing with God. So he was in the beginning. He eventually moved back to his to the person that he was at his core. And when God said to do something for a particular reason, he thought to do something different, and then in fact did something different because he did not want to work with what God had said. Now, David was selected because he had already proven that he was a man who knew the times and seasons of God. A man, yes, 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. He had killed a bear and he had slain a lion. Okay? He would carry sheep on his back. He stayed in the field with the sheep. We barely came into the house for whatever reason. His father had him out there, whatever the reason is. But he proved time and time again, with he in his heart, he proved time and time again that he was able to discern the times and seasons with God. So that's why he was so good at what he did, to where God said, this is David, is a man after my own heart. And that's two-sided. He comes after my heart, and his heart is like my heart. So when David was selected to be king, and then began to serve Saul, because of this evil spirit that had come on Saul. At some point, it became apparent through songs and other things to Saul that David was a threat to him. And he began to hunt David. David had many opportunities to take Saul out, but he didn't. Why? Because David understood the timing of God, the apostolic timing of God, and then to work with God in that apostolic timing. And that led him to be, as we know, to be anointed and appointed king, and to rule and reign in a way such where his children and children's children were set upon the throne. And one of the greatest apostolic moments in the history of mankind in the Old Testament was the Solomon being set on the throne and God giving him to pray for wisdom and him to operate in wisdom, and even in his foolishness to share what he learned from his foolishness with us, so that we won't get caught in the vanity of believing that we know more than what God knows, because God gave us wisdom beyond any other human being. We start to compare ourselves to other people, when God said, you compare yourself by my spirit. That's what you do. And then you'll always stay in a place where I can use you. You'll always be in a place where I can speak to you and get you to go where I want you to go, to do what I want you to do, to accomplish what I want you to accomplish, to produce what I want you to produce, to protect what I want you to protect, to provide what I want you to provide. For you, if you stay in this spot, then you'll always be able to discern my apostolic timing and work with me and get the results that I want you to get. A psalmist wrote in Psalms 90:12, Lord, teach us to number our days that we may have a heart of wisdom. Lord, help us to cultivate our mind in such a way so that we know that we have limited time here, limited space here, limited opportunities here when it comes to us trying to do all we want to do here. But if we stick and we do what you say, the way you say, when you say, how you say, where you say, with whom you say, for as long as you say, we'll accomplish more than we can say. Because we will live in the apostolic timing of God. God says, I'll cause everything that the caterpillar and the cankerworm and the locust ate away of your time, all of the times, the things that you weren't taught as a kid, all the mistakes that you were made because you thought that somebody was teaching you and leading you the right way, every bad decision you made, trying to make the right decision, everything you gave away that I didn't tell you, but somebody told you, if you give all you have and give your body to be burned, you don't have to know about me who is love. You're still going to be blessed, but you found it to be a big mess. He said, whatever you lost, when you work with me in my apostolic time, and God says, I'll restore to you what's been taken and lost by you.